You're hungry? Then eat it. Look at that food. Pick up your fork and eat it. You have so much food in front of you. Just eat it. It's not that difficult. Aren't you hungry? You haven't eaten in forever and you're not hungry? Pick up that fork and eat it. Look at that food. That food wants you. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. You're not hungry?
I personally have struggled with food my whole life. Nothing actually serious, but it started when I was around 6 or 7 years old, when I actually became conscious and I started remembering things about my life. Before I got braces, my teeth were completely jacked. I had these 2 front buck teeth like sticking out. I had a huge overbite. I couldn't close my mouth.
Oh God.
If my mouth was relaxing, it was open because my teeth were sticking out onto my bottom lip, which would often leave indents, but I could not close my mouth before I had braces because my teeth were so messed up. Because of this, I was insanely insecure with the way I ate. Because I couldn't close my mouth fully, I was basically eating with my mouth open, and I would eat with my hand in front of my face because I was too embarrassed to show my teeth. So anytime I would eat or talk, my hands were often in front of my mouth, covering it. Looking back at videos and photos of me eating now, it's insanely embarrassing, but back then that's the only thing I had in order to make me seem normal, because my teeth were so insanely messed up and I was so insanely insecure. Even now, I have a lot of anxiety implemented in my head, and when I was younger, my anxiety was mainly about my food choices. I am a picky eater, as in pretty fairly picky. I mean, I may be less picky than others, but I was really bad when I was younger, to a point where I'm only eating 5 meals on repeat for my entire life. Those meals would include pasta, salad, dino nuggets, other chicken tender varieties. I would eat fries, pizza, and chicken. If I were to eat chicken homemade, then it would have to be breaded, and so on. My dad is also a huge fisher, so I kind of got accustomed to fish too, but the only fish I really ate at the time was fluke, and even that had to be breaded. This caused a problem in a lot of my friendships and my relationships, because anytime I would go over to anyone's house, I would just say I'm not hungry if they had food that I didn't want to eat. It got to a point where I was pre-eating before I went to people's houses. I would make myself food before I went to a friend's house or a sleepover, because just in case if they didn't have the food that I was willing to eat, I would have to eat something before so I didn't starve.
I know you're not hungry, but you have to eat it. It's just breakfast. It's not that big of a deal. Just eat it. Just take a bite, and it's fine. See, it's good. You love bread and you love cream cheese. You have no problem with any of the food. You can eat it. You can eat it. Just go easy. You can eat it. It's fine. Just breathe and eat. No one is watching you. No one is here with you. Just eat your breakfast because you are hungry, right? You're hungry, so just eat it. It's not that big of a deal. You can wash it down. You love Snapples, so let's just wash it down. Just wash it all the way down your throat. Don't let any of the crumbs or particles get stuck in the frickin' esophagus or whatever the hell. Just go easy. Calm down. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. Everything's fine. This is so stupid. It's not that difficult. You can literally just eat. I was fine. No one is here to judge you. So what the hell are you going on about? And why are you struggling to eat a freaking piece of sourdough? It's not that difficult. It is not that difficult. If you don't like what they have to eat, you just hold your breath and you finish it, or you just say you're not hungry. Just say you're not hungry. Say you're not hungry, and then you'll be fine. You're gonna be nice. You can smile. Good. Okay. You're gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. And you have to get ready. You have to get ready. So do not sit here and pretend like everything's fine. You're gonna go to this family dinner, and you're gonna eat, and you're gonna be fine with it. You're gonna be fine. And you're being dramatic. Okay. Eat something before you. I can eat something before I leave. I can have a late lunch, and I can just say I'm not hungry if I don't like the food that you're eating. I can just have salad. I'll eat the salad. Okay.
It was never about starving myself or wanting to be skinnier or anything like that. It was purely the insecurity of my food choices and how scared I was to try new foods that I just wasn't willing to explain it to anyone, and I would rather starve than explain this childish thing in my head where I wasn't able to eat anything else. I blame myself a lot for my mindset. I was constantly eating off of the child's menu, and I felt babyish because I was eating off the child's menu until I was probably 13 years old, and even now, still sometimes I find myself ordering off of the child's menu. I eat bread a lot in my current life because bread is included in so many things. Not just bread, but like carbs. So grilled cheeses, pasta, sandwiches, like anything along those lines I love because carbs are so genuinely comforting to me. Not because of the way it tastes or anything like that, but because carbs is in everything that I used to like when I was younger. So like dino nuggets or breaded chicken or anything like that, all of that is carbs because the breadcrumbs is carbs. And that gave me such a huge sense of comfort because something about carbs like eases my stomach and it makes me feel okay. and that's really the only thing I eat, which again, very embarrassing in my head. Even now I still struggle being comfortable with my food choices, but that's just how I am, and I don't know how to fix it. I've had family members come up to me multiple times and just say, why won't you eat this? Or, hey, do you eat this? Just double checking and stuff like that. But I think it's most embarrassing when someone like my brother tells me, like, what are you so afraid of? And the thing is, I don't know the answer.
I can't believe I'm eating pizza again. I can't believe I'm sitting in my room and eating dinner again. This is so unhealthy. Why am I like this? This is so embarrassing. My entire family's downstairs and I can't even eat regular food. Do you know how embarrassing this is? I'm 13 years old. This shouldn't be that difficult. Why am I like this?
I am the youngest in my family generation. Like in the generation that I'm in, I'm the youngest. And that leaves me wanting to be very mature, because everyone else in my generation is mature by now. They're older, they're going off to college. There's no one really my age in my generation anymore except for Liana, and she lives miles away. And she understands me completely because she's known me since I was a kid. She knows that I'm like this. I still struggle to explain it to her. I struggle to explain it to a lot of people. But I have always struggled with wanting to be more mature, trying to grow up quicker, because I feel so like left behind, because I'm too young to be taken seriously fully, and I am too old to hang out with my younger cousins that are like 3. I'm almost getting to an age where people take me seriously, but still it's like I'm a kid. There's not really much I can say, and if anything, people just see me as a moody teenager, which is completely understandable because I am. But wanting to be mature so bad, it creates this insecurity in my head that I needed to eat real food, and I didn't know how to get myself to do that, because like physically there was like a mind block. It would not let me try new foods, and I still struggle with that now. But when I was younger, I couldn't. It was a huge problem in my life where I just kept running into it, and it made me hate food. Not because like I wanted to starve myself or anything like that. It made me hate food because food brought out my biggest insecurity. All of it started with the way my teeth were, but along with that, I don't know what anxiety was built up in childhood memories or anything like that, but it like messed with my head to try new foods, and it gave me like panic, and I was like, oh my god, I can't eat this, I'm gonna throw up, I cannot eat this, I am going to throw up, like, and that would just play on repeat in my head, and I had no idea how to get that out or how to fix it. I relied on comfort foods a lot. Comfort foods being carbs, like I explained before. So grilled cheeses, pasta, pizza, salads. I know it's not a carb. Sandwiches, like toast, peanut butter and jellies. Like those were my foods. And I remember specifically back in middle school, I ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for I think 4 or 5 years straight, like every single day for lunch. Partly because I didn't want to like take time to make a huge lunch or anything like that, and partly because I didn't want to deal with finding a new thing to eat every day. So I was like, oh, I'll just eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So that's literally all I had, and like I don't think that's good for energy levels when it comes to 6 hours of school, but I was exhausted, I was hungry, I had no idea what to eat, and again, I was so insecure. Comfort foods are something that puts your mind at ease. When you're hungry or something like that and you're upset and you're stressed out, the only thing you want is food that you're comfortable with. So you will go and find that food and you will eat it regardless of how healthy or unhealthy it is, because all you want in that moment is comfort. You don't care about anything else really. Like it's like, okay, I know I need to eat healthy, but right now I want to go to McDonald's and get a freaking chicken sandwich. I don't care. Like it's that sort of thing. And I don't think anyone should be judged for it. I don't think it should be something to be shamed upon. I think that's something natural, and I think it's something all humans have to go through. And whether you realize it or not, you have a comfort food. Often comfort foods are like your favorite foods. So currently in my life, my comfort foods are salmon, pizza, grilled cheese, pasta, Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches with fries. I love fries so much. And I also love fruit a whole bunch. I've loved fruit my entire life. Strawberries, if you know me, I freaking love strawberries. It's all around my room. But I think it's very important to realize that you have comfort foods and maybe learn how to like understand comfort foods, because they are a thing, and it's something that's become so accustomed in my life that like I'm so used to it now. Like that's my life. Comfort food is my life. I built up so much insecurity because of the way I eat and what I eat, and I still am trying to learn how to deal with it and how it works, but it's just so difficult being like a teenager in a family where like everyone eats everything. Like
We're not putting that in there, by the way. No, I know. We're gonna put it on the trip. I'm scared.
but I'm really trying to get to a point where I'm comfortable with eating more foods, but it is so difficult to be comfortable with that. And I don't know if anyone else has had an experience like this of being like that, but I've struggled with it so hard. And at some point, you just kind of have to accept it. Like, you really just have to learn to be okay with who you are as a person and what type of person you are. And maybe not eating, like, normal foods like everyone else, or not, like, being comfortable or getting anxiety about that may not be considered normal. And it may be, like, one of my quirks or red flag, I don't know. But it's something that I personally have to move past and that I just have to accept, because that's me. Forcing myself to eat food that I don't want to eat makes me have a terrible relationship with food. I've been through it. I don't recommend it. It's not great. Getting yourself to eat food when you really don't want to eat it is so, like, it really goes into the folds of your brain. There's no problem with calling yourself pretty or considering yourself pretty, and there's no problem with struggling to eat foods. And really don't pressure yourself to eat. But if you're going through an eating disorder or something like that, try to eat like one meal a day. Just make sure you're eating something and make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Like, take care of yourself. Please do not starve yourself, because it does not get you anywhere. It makes you feel terrible. You feel very lightheaded. You have no energy. It's really not worth it. And you get moody to a point where no one wants to be around you. And that's just more depressing than in itself. So please don't starve yourself or, be in any sort of eating disorder. It's not worth it. If you're forcing yourself, you can't control it. That's a different situation, but don't force yourself. I know plenty of people who've struggled with eating, and I've talked to every single one of them, and the main reason for it is insecurity. And we may not know where that insecurity roots, but it's important that we stop this generational trauma from spreading on to future generations, because I personally do not want to see my kids being afraid to eat certain foods or being afraid to admit that they don't like foods, because that's just unfair to them. Anyways, I just talked for 23 minutes about my food problems. Dude, you want to see what I'm wearing? Because the pants, the matching ones for this, are in the wash. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. I, got kind of serious there. could not find my lighting light. I'm using my ring light for my makeup. Look, I can change it. Oh. See, I could have done this white light, which I think is like not good. I could have done this yellow light, which honestly could have been cute, but it's just not that vibe. So I chose this natural light. Okay, I'm being weird. I'm sorry. Put any episode ideas in the comments and I will try to get to them whenever I can, because I'm going to try to switch between lighthearted and deep ones, or like seasons maybe. The seasons, like, I don't know how it works. Leave any episodes that you want to see in the comments, or any ideas, or like if you want lighthearted next time, or any video ideas, really. Episode ideas, video ideas in the comments. I will get to them if I can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.